Well, I have a different sort of video for you today. I found this old revolver in the gun safe that I've had in there for about 20 years but never really give much attention to. It's the Harrington and Richardson Model 922, so we'll have an overview of it today and you can decide if it deserves more content on the channel. I'm Dustin and you're watching Guns of the West. So here it is up close, the H&R Model 922. And as I said, I've had this in my safe for right about 20 years. I inherited this from my grandmother, and I don't even know when she bought it, but it is an oldie, that is for sure. You can see a lot of wear on it. Look at that front sight, just all beat up. The muzzle, I know she had a holster for this, and it was in and out of a leather holster a lot. You can see where the bluing is all gone right along here and right up here on the sides of the muzzle. But let's just give it a little overview. Back here you've got a pretty worn out back strap as well. Has two-piece grips. They seem to be sort of a resin material. Says H&R right there. Again, that's Harrington and Richardson. It is a 9-shot 22 long rifle, hence the 922. And right up here is interesting. It has this little gate here on the side. Really doesn't serve as a loading or unloading gate because the chambers sit too far to the left. So it's not really functional, other than it does give me a way to confirm whether the gun is loaded by pulling the hammer back to a half-cock position, and then I can turn the cylinder like this to confirm that. As far as disassembly of it goes, it has this pin right here. There's no cross pin like the old Colts had. It just pulls out like that, and then the cylinder just falls right out, even with the hammer all the way down. And let's take a look at that hammer. Look at the firing pin on that. That is a very sharp point on there. I mean, that's almost painful to press on. And then, of course, here you've got your cylinder and the 9 chambers. And to load this, you would just pop this cylinder out every time because, again, that gate right there really doesn't serve enough of a purpose for that. And I'll be honest, I'm not an expert on this. It was probably not supposed to serve that purpose. This is just a gun that I, like I said, inherited. But yeah, you would just load your 9 shots in there. And then even with the hammer down, this will just drop right back in. And the pin just pushes right into this hole. Again, don't have to release any springs or anything. And then if you listen, there's a little click on the last bit right there. And then it's locked in place. And then from there, it is functioning. I'm not going to dry fire it because that could be a fragile little firing pin there. But you can see it functions as normal. Single and double action. So I'd call this a double action revolver. But also single because I can cock it back with my thumb. And then it will fire as a single. Trigger is kind of interesting. Notice how it has this little lever right back there. So when I cock the hammer, that puts the trigger right against that, and the trigger will push on that lever to release the hammer. Or, of course, you can just pull it back, double action. The barrel, I'm not even sure how long the barrel is. Why don't we have a look? Okay, that's just about a 4-inch barrel. Anyway, that satisfied my curiosity. And coming back to this front sight, like I said, that is very beat up. But there's another interesting thing about it. I remember back when I got this gun, I took it out only a couple of times or so to try shooting it, and to be honest, I could hardly hit the broadside of a barn. I don't know if I would have hit the broadside of a barn if I was in the barn. And I don't know if it was shooting too high, I don't remember, but it looks like it probably was. Look how high this rear sight is back here compared to the barrel, and then this front sight, which doesn't rise up that much. So I'm guessing by the time I get that front sight up where it needs to be, I'm shooting really high with this thing. And leave a comment down below if you'd like to see more content with this, like getting it out to the desert on some targets, and see if we can't figure that out. And if once we do figure it out, how well it groups. But anyway, that's just a little overview today of the Harrington and Richardson. And when you leave a comment down below, I'd also like to know, what do you have in your safe that maybe you inherited or purchased long ago that you don't really give attention to? I thought this was an interesting find. And of course, I don't mean I didn't know I had it. But again, just one that I inherited and don't really think about a lot. So thought I'd break it out today and share it all with you. Well, I hope you enjoyed this overview today of the H&R Model 922. Like I said, leave a comment down below and let me know if you think that this deserves more of its own content on the channel and if we should get out and try some shooting with it. Please don't forget to click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos. And if you look in the description, you'll see where to find me on social media, as well as where to find all the great Guns of the West products. Thank you so much for watching.